So let's start off with story. What's the story behind it? As you know, Bimmy, you know what I'm saying? We interviewed Bimmy, Preem called, we had to take something down. I told Bimmy I don't want to take nothing down. I don't want to take a video down. I'm not taking nothing down at all. Bimmy said, yo, take it down. If you take it down, I got something for you. What did Bimmy do for me? He introduced me to Soul B. That's what he did. He introduced me to Soul B. So now Soul B comes up and Soul B single-handedly, OG Blood causes a wave. And it's something clicked in my mind like, oh, damn, this is fire. Soul B caused that wave. And then KillaKev, and then it goes on. So the story is, me personally, as you know, it all started with the Stakk Stone dude. Stakk Stone came up there when we had the let's go back. So I ended up clicking with Soul B and KillaKev. I like them too. Why do you like them too? I'm going to get into that later in reasons. But let's get to the story. So Stakk Stone come up there, and I think that personally, I think that they had something against Stakk Stone. Yes, I do. I think that Stakk Stone did videos before that they didn't like, and they waited for the opportunity to get them. Something that Queenz flipped, G Money flipped the script, has nothing to do. So Stakk Stone came up there. They had a conversation. He said something wrong. That happened. That's the first fallout. The second fallout would be all these things. So Stakk Stone came up there, and they fell out, and everything happened, whatever. And then I still was cool with Soul B and KillaKev. I like those guys. Why do you like them? Well, Soul B brought the guy that broke my jaw. He found him. I was able to interview him. KillaKev has a great personality. They mesh with me. Sometimes you mesh with people, and sometimes you don't. And I sense the fact that people had some sort of feeling of entitlement. Like, yo, if he do that for them, he got to do it for me. But at the end of the day, I'm from Queens, and I never, ever gave an inclination that I was a guy that could be easily persuaded or talked to in any way. At all. I never gave that vibe. Like, I always made it clear. Why you got to make it clear? Because in life, people feel entitled. People feel like you got to do this for me. No, I wasn't a pushover. Not a pushover. So that's why I carried it like that from the gate. So it was no miscommunications. And it also showed me the characters that may be. Let's get a little deeper. So as you know, the story is Bimmy, Soul B, Stakk Stone situation happened. And then everything just fall out. They started arguing amongst each other. So that's the story. The story. We remember we using the scar. Bimmy, Soul B talked about all the bloods. KillaKev came up there. It caused a domino effect. Then they had the NYC bloods. Then Stakk Stone. That whole situation happened between him and CK. And then it started going crazy. And then they started blaming Queenz Flip. Like, they blaming me for Stakk Stone. Stakk Stone even blamed me. And I feel like it was a method of who is the easier target. Because when you as big as me, like I'm saying, my energy, who I am, covers a 20,000-mile radius. So if you see if you see me, it's easy to throw a rock at me because I'm so big. Pause. Facts. Think about it. Think about ideology of the bigger. If you see a tent blocking the road from one side of the street to the other side of the street, and you throw a rock, you'd like to hit the tent. Why? You know why. Because it's big. You get what I'm saying? So that's the truth about it. So I was the easier victim. Yo, Flip. None of these guys, Stakk Stone, none of these guys wanted to blame the people that's supposed to be blamed. He even went on an interview with some girls I showed love to for Far Rock, and they said, yo, I feel Flip caused the trouble. And in my mind, it bothered me. Like, I never, ever caused trouble. How? I'm not aware of these stories. Because we released it, I'm not aware of these stories that happened. I'm not aware. I wasn't there. Do I feel like they had something against Stakk Stone? In retrospect, yes. I feel like they waited till he said something wrong and they got him. That's the truth. That wasn't put together by me. I wasn't there. I'm not a blood. I wasn't locked up in 9-4. So that happened, and then all these guys falling out. KillaKev and all these guys. That's the story. They started falling out between them. Apparently, CK, Wildkat thought I was telling KillaKev some stuff. That's a tactic. Because in all reality, what can I tell KillaKev about these two guys that I don't know about? What can I tell KillaKev about these guys I don't know about? So they would use that, and you people, because they would read the comments. It's about piggybacking off of the comments. They read the comments of Queenz flip character and they added on to it. Because you people wanted to believe that. How can I tell a man that went to jail with these dudes about them? Think about it. Oh no, Flip, you wrong for liking a guy and putting more attention into him than others. That's weird. If anybody feel like that, that's weird, and that's kind of borderline GAY. I don't want to say it. Fruity, Skittles, look at the likes. It goes up like that. Skittles, Taste the Rainbow, Starburst, Sour Skittles, Nowalators, everything. How can I tell a man about other men? So KillaKev would defend me. Why? Because he saw that it was nonsense. Let's go in a little deeper. Let's go. Runts. Give me candy. Runts. Give me more candy. Dots. Juju bears. Give me more. Gelatin. All the type of sweet flavors. That's what that behavior is. I have nothing to do. But and what's crazy is that I couldn't believe that some of the people, the audience, that learned about these guys through me, that learned about these guys, we're still in the story mode, could actually say, because of my character, because of my skits, because of how I act, because of an act, equated with something between people that grew up with each other or that did 10 years with each other. How can I interrupt that? That's dudes are weird. So this is what happened. So they was making stories and it was just easy to attack me. It's cool. I took that. I still ain't respond. I didn't respond. I took it like, yeah, all right, cool. They blame me. I let, KillaKev, KillaKev, So Be. They all came to my defense privately and publicly. Mel Cross. So that's the story. We're using the SCAR method. I need you to write that. SCAR method. Twizzlers. SCAR method. Write SCAR. Story, credibility, accountability, and reason or responsibility. I'm going to use this method. Look at the likes. It goes up like this. Just like that. Yeah. I'm the best to do it. Look at this. Boom. Watch it go up like that right now to 150. Watch. Look. Look. You guys can't make it go up like that. You guys can't do snow cones, Italian ices. So all that happens. The story. So now let's go into credibility. What's the credibility of why these dudes wanted to do or be on the platform? The fact is that Queenz flipped the script. The platform is the best platform to be on. We were able to provide content that other people, content creators, used to get money. Think about it. That's why the credibility is so strong. We was able to allow these dudes to eat. The credibility of Flip the Script did it, we gonna do credibility. If Flip the Script did it, we gonna do it. Think about it. A leader or a person, a real content creator, is a person who creates content that can allow others to eat off of. I'm a content creator. G-Money caused the wave. A wave which every single one of you or these content creators watch. Yo, I gotta watch this. Damn. Yo, it caused it. It interviewed. They piggybacked. I had nothing to say. No. Because I didn't think nothing wrong of it. It was nothing to say. Right? I didn't say nothing. So that the credibility of Flip the Script is so high that people are able, or they want to be able to use or be able to be down with the movement. That's a content creator. I've made content and others talked about my content and made money for themselves. Facts. So let's go a little deeper. Story, credibility, accountability now. Those dudes have to be accountable for their own actions. They had issues from back in the days. They did. Stakk Stone, I guess he was on some stuff with people and talking about the things, and they didn't agree with it, and then that's why they attacked him. That got nothing to do with me. Flip, you put it out. And I like Stakk Stone. He's a nice guy. show love and respectful. He has not, that's one of the nicest guys I met. It's a fact. Stakk Stone is a nice guy. Respectful, cool. You learn things from him. He's cool, like he's very positive to me. Accountability. Remember using the SCAR method. Accountability. They got to take accountability. I wasn't there. CK got to take accountability of him coming at Queenz flip based off of something that he made up in his mind. KillaKev got to take accountability for what? Yo, I rock with Flip, so people are not gonna like it. He knows it. All these dudes know these things because they grew up. Look at the likes. All these dudes know these things because this is how they grew up. Not this is how they grew up, but they grew up in the street. They put themselves through things where in life that I don't have to go through, where you don't have to go through, where you can learn from them. Think about it. They went through all the things that I don't have to go through, that you don't have to go through. Think about it. Stakk Stone got to take accountability for coming on the show, asking us to ask a question that went somewhere else. That's what he did. Behind the scene, we have it on camera. Yo, ask me this question. Ask me that question. Did he know they was going to act like that? No. It was a setup. So B is the only one that did nothing. KillaKev got to take accountability for loving Flip as much as he loved Flip. Going to my defense. Have to. Wildkat got to take accountability for watching me do what I did for KillaKev and being in KillaKev house and talking bad about me, threatening me on live. Yo, I'll eat your food. Anybody you know. Nuke called me like, what are you talking about? What we go? Nah, we good. KillaKev got mad at him. Lisa got mad at him. He has to take accountability for that. Why did you go at Queenz Flip? The only reason anybody attacked Queenz Flip is because Queenz Flip did for, or he favored two other people. I didn't do nothing personally to none of them. I put them on. Let's break it down. I helped Soul B with his YouTube. Made it for him. KillaKev with his YouTube. Made it for him. CK already had his YouTube, but I set up the monetization for CK. I made Wildkat's YouTube. I helped Mel Cross with his YouTube in a way. He had it already as well. I got it, and I told him, Mel Cross is a guy I got to give a mic and a camera to. I gave him my word. I'm going to give you a mic and a camera, Mel. I always tried to help. So that's why I got so mad. I'm like, these dudes attacking me. Why are you attacking me for? Make it make sense. Yo, Flip is a culture vulture. How? None of those dudes, with all due respect, took accountability for their own action. They wanted to blame the guy because it's sort of my fault. Let me take accountability. I respond to negativity. Look at the likes. I respond to the negativity. I do respond to negativity. I do respond to negativity. So they thought it was a negative way. I don't have to be nobody's friend or be cool with nobody. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying. I don't gotta be cool with nobody or be their friends. So what I'm saying is that when you gotta understand this. You gotta take accountability for your actions. You can't blame Queenz Flip. I'm gonna blame Queenz Flip. How you gonna blame Queenz Flip? How? How you gonna blame Queenz Flip? You can't blame Queenz Flip.